So I'm definitely going to be crying at the train station is what I'm saying. I also DNF'd that book. Oh, it's fine. The vibes have been immaculate. There's babies, guys. Oh my god. I don't know how long that's taking. Apparently the first stop on our hike is up there. Also, wait, there is no. That's it. You know I love nuts. So today is the day. I'm going to be leaving to go to Thailand in just over an hour. I have a 4-hour train down to London, and then from there I have a 1-hour tube to Heathrow. I think if I went straight to Heathrow from London, I would have 6.5 hours in Heathrow Airport before a almost 12-hour flight to Thailand. So I'm actually going to get to Thailand in about 24 hours, which is nerve-wracking for me because I always want to know when my next sleep is going to be. I don't sleep very well on planes. I know most of us don't. And the next time I'm going to find an actual bed is in over 24 hours. So definitely wish me luck on that front. If you guys are wondering why I'm heading to Thailand, this one is the second Trovatrip that I've hosted. The last one was in September last year and we went to Rome and Florence. This one is to Thailand, which I'm really excited about because I've never been to Asia. This is the longest flight that I've ever been on by about 2 hours, I think, but this is also the furthest east that I've ever been. So I'm really excited for all of those reasons. It's going to be like such a new experience and I'm really hyped. I have been quite anxious in the lead up to the trip because I mean I have anxiety, so it always happens. I'm also a little bit of a homebody and I love to travel, so when I get out there I thrive, like I have the time of my life. But up until that point I can be quite nervous, so I'm definitely going to be crying at the train station is what I'm saying. But if you guys want to get involved with Trovatrip at any point, if you would like to join me on one of these trips, there is a link in my description box to my next one, which is going to be a Greek island reading retreat in October. We're going to be heading to Crete. We're going to be touring some of the ruins. There's monasteries, I think a pink sand beach potentially, which the idea of that like literally blows my mind. So if you guys would like to maybe join me on that one, the link is always in my description box of all of my videos if you guys want to check it out. But in terms of reading, if you all saw last week's vlog, which was essentially like 35 minutes of anxiety, you will know that I did not manage to finish Red Sight by Meredith? Yeah, Meredith Morin. So this one is a sci-fi that follows priests and priestesses of a goddess that are trained to navigate ships, and we're following a main character who thought that she was very weak. Everybody in here has something called tactus in their blood, and the strength of the tactus, or the more tactus that is present, is how strong they actually are. And our main character has always thought that she's very weak, but it turns out that there is a priestess that has been draining her blood to make her seem that she's weak, so that she is undercover, and she had no idea herself, but she is actually very, very strong. So the priestess kind of brings her into her power and trains her up to take this prestigious place on like navigating a warship. I don't really understand how the mechanics work, how like the magic works, but that's kind of what I'm getting so far. I'm 109 pages in and I'm at the point where she's kind of just accepted this posting. There are also 2 other perspectives in here. One is a witch and I think one is a space pirate, and at this point I don't really understand their relevance in the story. But like I said, I have like 4 hours to London, an hour from there to Heathrow, so I do think I'm gonna get a significant amount of this read on the way, and I really do hope that I do because I wanted this done before I even went. And then I'm actually not taking any other books with me. I'm annoyed because I didn't want to take this one. I just wanted to take my iPad and all of my Kindle books, but I also know that if I don't read this, like if I put this down now and said I would read it when I come home, I'm never returning to this book. So it's coming with me, and if I don't want to keep it after that, then I'm sure there's going to be somebody on this trip that would like a sci-fi arc of a February 2024 release, unless I really love it, which is entirely possible, in which case I will of course bring it home with me. In terms of other entertainment, I have the rest of season 1 of The Traitors downloaded on my iPad, as well as the entirety of season 2. That's a little little bit of a rabbit hole that I've fallen into in the last week or so. We watched the first 4, I think, episodes together, Curtis and I'm going to continue on because I'm running out of reality TV. I'm really excited because the new season of Love is Blind is coming soon, but that's not on. I think when I get back from Thailand, that drops, which is really inconvenient because that's like the perfect travel show for me. But sadly, it will be going with The Traitors, which is fine. It's good. I'm enjoying it, but it ain't Love is Blind, you know? And then I've also downloaded my Watch Later. I got a free trial of YouTube Premium. So I have all of my Watch Later, which is like 200 vlogs going back from like July. So I'm hoping to make a significant dent in that as well. I'm obviously like, I planned all this stuff, but I have like the 12-hour flight is at 9:30, so it's overnight. I know I'm not going to sleep very well, but I imagine I'm going to at least try. So we'll see how much entertainment I get through. But I'm going to go because this is my last coffee at home and it's kind of going cold. And I need to check my passport for the 800th time to make sure it's in my bag. Hey guys, I made it to Heathrow and I found Ashley. I also DNF'd that book that I told you about, like literally for you less than a minute ago. I read like 40 pages of it and I just did not have a clue what was going on. I just really wasn't in the story and I was lost. So I decided to cut my losses and I've now started... What have I started? What's the book by A.G. Howard? Splintered? Shattered?
Something that's broken.
This book here, which is inspired by Alice in Wonderland, it's a YA book. It was published in Splintered. It's inspired by Alice in Wonderland. It's YA and it was published in like 2015. So it feels very 2015. It feels like very much not like other girls, but I am having a good time despite it very obviously trying to be edgy. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm like 120 pages in already, so our flight is in like an hour and a half ish and I'm aiming to get through like another big chunk of it before I try and get some sleep on the flight. And we also like obviously we're going to be sat around here for an hour as well, so yeah. Next time I see y'all, we'll probably be in Thailand and I'll let you know how the book goes. You can take your jacket off and your itchy hat too. Today the temperature's up. You know what to do. Go take your toes for a walk. And your fur baby too. They look like people. Turn your face to the sun. Go ahead and call up your crew. You'll be happy if you. Let's make it all about you. I did a little video. Good morning guys, welcome to day 2 of the itinerary. Yesterday I kind of just sat by the pool. It was the day that everybody was arriving, so I was just hanging out by the pool and like loads of people came down. I got to know some of the group. We have a really great group, which is really exciting, and also a very fun tour guide. Like, he's very excitable. It seems like it's going to be a really good trip. I feel like the guide really makes the trip with these kind of things, so I'm real happy about that. And today is like our first full day of activities. So I think coming up for this morning, we have a cooking class at a farm. We're gonna go and like, I think plant some stuff and pick some stuff and then take the ingredients from the farm and cook with them. And that is gonna be on the itinerary. It says it's like 7 or 8 hours, so a long time. And then when we come back, we have a tuk-tuk tour of some of the night markets of Bangkok, which I'm really excited about. We did yesterday morning explore a market that's very close to us, kind of like real briefly, but I got a couple of bits from there and it was so good. So I'm excited to kind of hit not necessarily the highlights, because I'm sure there's a ton of stuff in Bangkok, but like a few of the like really good places or night markets in the city. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm probably not going to do much reading. I am going to be honest, I'm probably not going to update you too much, so there's not going to be too many details on my book in this vlog. I am like enjoying it. I'm 250 pages into it. I acknowledge that it's kind of outdated and not really great. I feel like it is something that I'm really enjoying purely because I'm on a trip and it's like a real easy read, because it is inspired by Alice in Wonderland as well. Like I have said this before, while I love the aesthetics of Alice in Wonderland, it's actually far too whimsical for my enjoyment, and I always find myself kind of lost with all of the crazy stuff that's happening with little to no explanation. So it does have that element to it, and it has like a really kind of outdated of its time YA romance that I'm not enjoying, but I'm enjoying it kind of in its nostalgia. Like it's quite fun at this point for me to read something like that. I'm just dipping in and out of it. I probably won't read a significant chunk of it until we get to the sleeper train, which I think is on Tuesday night, which I'm very excited about. But I have read over half of it so far, which is a lot for me on a trip. So we are going to breakfast in about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna skedaddle, but I will of course bring you guys with me for as much as I can today.
Today. Okay, I'll follow Pitu. Follow Pitu.
It's a bit too much for me to remember all those things.
I know.
Have you ever seen this flower before? This flower called. So the part that we use is only the white part there. Only the white part. Check it out. We use this part to make a flower garland. Praying at the temple. When we visit the flower market, you're gonna see a lot of the jasmine, marigold, and the crown flower. So the thing that the insect hate is the plant that have like the bitter taste. Bitter and spicy. Thailand, I'm sure that you're gonna taste some of the butterfly pea drink for sure. If you have some drink that in the blue color, is from the butterfly. Rice area, so the rice is still inside, but the peel is like a lightweight, so it flows with the wind. With lime, okay. Not with sauce, anchovy sauce, 1 spoon.
Has garlic. It's really hard to do with this. Is this one better?
Like this. Like this.
This is where I end up with rice all over me because I just throw it at myself.
อันนี้มีไข่นะแม่เนาะใช่ไหมมีไข่อยู่ในนี้เนาะ
Cute.
ทั้งหมดเป็นเพราะความสวยชีวิตทั้งเป็นเพราะว่ามาเรียนทำเสียงและนั่งมองตาของเพลงอะไรคะและนั่นคืออะไรถ้าฉันไม่ลองบอกมาเธอว่าฉันจะถูกใจให้ไวจะเก็บไปพิจารณา
Get your studio to run. I like the mango blend. Gotta recycle your gun. Let's be friends with the brain. Be happy. Let's make it all about you. Use it to love. Your neighbors will appreciate it, baby. Just let it all hang out. Let's make it all about you. Let's make it all about you. Let's make it all about the way that you feel.
Giant swing. This is the icon or the symbol of Bangkok. The symbol of Bangkok, giant swing. So the giant swing right now, do not see any swing because they take the swing out. In the past, this one is the ceremony to celebrate and for the like a respect to the Shiva god. Shiva god is the highest god of Hindu. The swing, they're gonna like put the rope on the top.
I wonder the texture. What is it? What bug is it? What bug is it?
Cocoon.
Okay. Oh, it's fine. Different reactions. Did you not like it when it pops? Oh! I know it's fine. It kind of tastes like a vegetable. Yeah, it tastes good. I'll dip you. Okay. And it's fine.
Okay? This one you check again. Just like this. Not like this one, okay? If you do like this, every leaf not strong. Okay. So just check a little bit. This is not strong. Just about like 3 to 4 leaves around the lotus. This is okay. 2 steps. The first one, when you fold to the half to your side. Like this. Boop. Half. Like this. Okay? And another step, fold back. But when you fold back, make it look like triangle. 1, 2, and 3, like a triangle. You see, triangle. And you put the leaf inside, like a lock.
Are you using voice?
สวากขาโตภะคะวะตาธัมโม
You need to make your face like pretty all the time. You need to be on air. And for the chest, you are the doctor. About the health. Hand, you are salesman. Sell, like everything that you touch gonna go.
I watch my emotions for they bubble over, chasing four-leaf clovers. We used to walk along the meadow. You were pretty, it felt so serene.
Good evening. We have already arrived at our final night in Bangkok and I'm sad about it. I have had a great time so far. The vibes have been immaculate. Like, we've had markets in the morning, I've had afternoons by the pool, we've then had excellent dinners. Last night was really fun with the food tour. I really enjoyed that. And today we went to the Blue Elephant, which is a Michelin star restaurant in Bangkok, which was also really nice. Very different vibe though, and my vibe, while I do like a fancy bougie meal, is definitely more like street food. I did try a bug. I won't be doing it again. I won't be trying that kind of bug again. I'm also not gonna go out of my way to try any other kind of bug. But I mean, if I'm dead to do it, then maybe. But yeah, no, it wasn't a great time. Would not recommend that particular type of bug. So tomorrow we're gonna be heading to ruins of the original capital, or one of the old ancient capitals of Thailand. I think it's called, oh my god, I don't even want to try and pronounce it actually, because I feel like I'm gonna make a massive tit of myself. Okay, so it's the Ayutthaya, I think is how it's maybe pronounced, but it is the capital of Siam, or it was the capital of Siam. So we're going to explore the ruins and go to a couple of temples, which means it's going to be a warm day tomorrow because us ladies, oops, we have to cover the knees and the shoulders because they're far too sexy for the ruins of Thailand. So we're going to do that. And then we also have the sleeper train, which I'm excited about. I know our tour guide said that we can check into a hostel tomorrow afternoon so that we can shower. It's like 80 baht for like 4 hours, and we'll be able to shower there, which means we'll be a little bit fresher for the train after trekking through the ruins like in the morning, which will be great. And yeah, then it's a sleeper train for 13 hours, which I'm excited about because I'm gonna get to do some reading, maybe watch an episode or two of The Traitors, and it'll definitely be a more chill evening tomorrow. I'm also excited about Chiang Mai because the majority of people that I've spoke to that have been to Thailand have said that Chiang Mai, if they visited, is their favorite place that they've been to. So I'm expecting some real good things, but I'm about to get some sleep. I've pretty much already packed everything. and it will be, I mean, I was gonna say it'll be an early morning tomorrow. It's always an early morning. We haven't been walking very much though. I have genuinely, because as you all know at home, like I exercise for almost an hour a day, plus I get like a minimum of 8,000 steps. I've only done 6,500 steps today, and obviously I haven't worked out, so it's not the most active trip, which I mean is fine because it's really chill and I really love that, but I'm not as tired as I usually am in these kind of things. So that has had me struggling to sleep a little bit. Maybe I'll read a chapter, see if that helps. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get some sleep because I'm gonna be up at, I think, about 7 tomorrow, which it's standard, but still, you gotta get your sleep.
That this morning you just came in. Bangkok is around here. The orange color at the middle, this capital city. Bangkok. And what Thailand look like? What Thailand look like?
No.
Ah, you're right! Head of elephant.
Oh, there's another one over here. Oh, I put that right in front of his head and a fish got it. Oh, it's on his back. Oh no. Very like human.
Over there, I was like, it's not cold.
Don't worry, they can't leave without us.
So we're on the sleeper train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. We'll get there tomorrow morning. We have to wake up at 6. It's only around 8 p.m. now, but I'm so excited. I did win and I got the top bunk. We have Ashley is down here. And we're pretty much taking up most of the carriage. So I think this is like the most exciting trip for most of us, and we're all very excited. But I think I'm gonna try and it's loud now. Of course, it's. So I'm gonna settle down and maybe try and get some reading done. Are you enjoying it? But yeah, I'm gonna go because everyone's just staring at me. So we've arrived in Chiang Mai, where we're staying in this like absolutely stunning hotel that it feels very peaceful, like it feels very relaxing. It's actually a vegan hotel, which is really interesting, but we have a little bit of downtime this morning, and then I'm going to be going for a massage this afternoon, and then there'll be a couple of hours where I think we do some of the night markets in Chiang Mai. So because we have free time, like some people, you know, they're gonna wander around the area, get to know it a little bit. Some people are heading down to the pool, but myself and I think 5 or 6 other people are gonna go and see if we can get a walk-in tattoo appointment. So, or a walk-in tattoo, because like the whole point of the walk-in is there's no appointment. We did send a query to a tattoo studio that's not too far away in Chiang Mai. It's actually really close to the spa, which is handy, to see if we could get in today. And they told us to come down and like discuss what we want. So I'm really excited about that, a little bit nervous, but I mean, you wouldn't think it, but I am actually kind of impulsive. Like when it comes to things like this, truly, the more I think about it, the worse it is. So I'm actually really looking forward to the impulse, but also like kind of seeing what we all come out with, because it's so spur of the moment, like none of us are really sure. So I will obviously vlog my experience. We've obviously done our research and stuff on the particular studio that we're looking at, so don't worry about any of that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous, especially because we don't have an appointment. We have to kind of just see what they say, but I'm also excited. And also I've just seen there's a bird in a nest. Oh my god, there's babies. There's babies, guys. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is like down by, so here's the bird obviously, but like here, it looks like she has babies. Oh my god.
Baby shampoo, come and save me. I've been missing lady luck ever since she started hating.
It's just
waking up too early. I'm
I'm saying Aylan Max. It's long.
There's less on that. How are we doing?
I feel like I'm at the dentist.
And after eat the cracker, taste the soup. If you want more sour, add the lime. If you want more spicy, add chili.
So this is fine. I don't know how about you are.
You're having a good time?
Yeah.
My boobs go really slowly.
No bad breakups here.
Yes, you showed me that one earlier.
This is harder than it looks, man. I don't know how long that's taking. That's a big difference.
Becca.
It's not the worst thing that has happened, so you still baby, something will come. Baby, it's you. Baby, it's true.
Good afternoon, guys. I am about to go and find everyone down at the pool. We're going to be leaving in 25 minutes to go to a local family and have them like teach us how to cook a meal, which is super cool. But this morning we saw a couple of Chiang Mai landmarks. We went to the women's correctional facility like cafe for lunch, which is where they have like female inmates learn skills so that when they leave prison they won't go back to crime, like they will be employable, which was really cool. And then we also went to a restaurant where the chef is the chef from Nobu in London, and that food was so good. We had like a Thai fusion bento box and it was amazing. So I've just taken the second skin off my tattoo. We had a great experience getting tattoos yesterday. I had so much fun and it was a really cool experience to kind of like do it all together. I think 7 of us went and got tattoos in total, and the tattoo studio were like super friendly. They were happy that like so many of us had come in as well. It was like a pretty busy studio, if I'm being honest. There were quite a few people there already getting tattooed, but they did also manage to fit all of us in throughout the day. And there's a couple of people actually going back getting more tattoos tomorrow. So yeah, I just thought I'd come and show off my new tattoo. The placement is perfect as well. I was thinking about getting it here. I was originally going to go for here, but then with the placement of these two, I've always known that I'm going to need something real particular to be able to fit in the gap, because it's going to have to like curve around one to cover up this gap here. And the lady in the studio pretty much just came straight up to me with the stencil and was like, yeah, like here, this is the perfect place, especially because the sun is like carried through into the koi. So I'm real happy with that. I'm a little bit worried about like aftercare and stuff. Obviously it's not an ideal location with the sun. I now can't go in the pool because I can't submerge it in water for like the last week or so, and fly in obviously like changes in pressure cause swelling, so it's not going to be like the most ideal healing conditions. But I mean, I've had a few tattoos now, and with something that's so like fine line, it's not like the biggest open wound that anyone, it's not like the biggest tattoo that anyone's had to deal with, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. But yeah, I'm going to go down and find everybody and I'll check in with you guys. I can't believe like it's our last full day tomorrow. I've had such a good time on this trip. I feel like the vibes are immaculate. What do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow we have the village experience, where we're going to a village that's like a hike, where like an 86-year-old lady is going to take us on this hike to this remote village, which is like super beautiful, and I think we maybe will sample some of their more like rural local cuisine, which is cool. And then we have the farewell dinner. I'm like gutted, honestly. Like I feel like I've been here my entire life. Like I feel like I've always been in Thailand. I've honestly had a great time. I don't know, this could be my favorite Trovatrip. I feel like I love Thailand. It's one of the most like cleanest and friendliest countries that I've ever been to, and the weather is a little bit hot, like it is a little bit much, but for like a holiday, obviously that's what you want. You don't want it to be cold.
Every Sunday I used to watch cartoons.
Ginger, shallot,
I said no chili so they stopped pulling.
lime, a lot chili.
2 chili.
Okay. Red one. Peanut, burnt coconut, white sesame, and black sesame. Sweet sauce. Yeah, 1 bite.
Got no reason to pretend I'm somewhere with someone else. When you're around, you heal me, you feel me. I'm exactly who I want. Even I'm with you, make me feel more than enough.
So apparently the first stop on our hike is up there, and I feel like I'm beginning to have regrets.
Friday, I'd go out for an evening on the town, looking for someone, anyone, to call my name out loud. I get anxious, no one knows me, standing in the crowd.
Looking on the bloody thing.
Your eyes to see mine, and your voice to calm me down. Take me to a movie, I'm at the neck, walk out in the mirror. Cause you thrill me, you chill me.
Just a quick one, guys, to let you guys know. Let's start. guys. Just a quick one to let you guys know that we are ready to go. That's just your feet. There's nothing right there. Suitcase.
Why are you at the floor?
That's why it's the suitcase. I was gonna be like, look, we've got luggage. But yeah, we are going to get a domestic flight from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, spend a night in Bangkok at the airport, because all of the flights to the, I mean, other people are getting flights to the UK today, but for me, I felt like the transfer time was too small for me not to have anxiety about it the entire time. So because like obviously the conversion rate from pound to baht is really decent, we have booked a 5-star resort at the airport. So we're gonna stay an extra night, and our long haul flight is tomorrow at like 1 p.m. I've honestly had like an amazing trip. I feel like the vibes of this group were immaculate. Like even though a lot of these like people are people that wouldn't necessarily hang out in general life, like everyone's got on, everything's run smoothly, we're in love with our tour guide, and it's been a really great trip. The country is beautiful and it's just been amazing. So we're actually planning on other adventures in the future. Stay tuned if you want to join a group of chaotic people and potentially one Thai man in some really wild place in Africa or South America on some sort of adventure holiday that's outside of everybody's comfort zone. If that sounds interesting to you, maybe watch this space. We'll see what happens. But yeah, everyone's had a good time. It's really sad saying goodbye. It's also sad like seeing people who bonded on this trip saying goodbye to each other. But I've had a good time. I've had a great time, and I guess I have to go home eventually, which will be tomorrow. But tonight, actually, I'm going to the gym, because y'all know me. It's been a long time without Peloton. And this trip, actually, apart from yesterday, I have only hit my step goal once. So it's been rough, and I'm gonna go to the gym, have a shower, and get ready for a long haul flight tomorrow. But I will check in with you guys somewhere along the way. I am hoping to finish, what's the book called that I'm reading? Splintered? So I'm hoping to finish Splintered, if not on this flight, on my long haul flight, and I think I'll be starting something new. Whether I finish it, who knows? I mean, I was optimistic. I said I was going to read 3 books in this trip, and that definitely has not happened, but we still have time because I still have 2 days in London, and then I have to get home from London as well, so anything could happen. Hello again from another hotel. We are about to head to the airport for our international flight to London. It's like 9 a.m. Our flight's at like 1:30. We just said goodbye to Hope, who was the last one standing. And now everybody's gone and we're all alone. I am quite excited about the flight though, to be fair, because I have like 13.5 hours and I don't plan on sleeping, so I'm literally just gonna read and try and finish season 1 of The Traitors, I think. I was gonna show you this and now I'm kind of regretting that I've packed my bag, because I did pick something up in the airport yesterday in Chiang Mai which was a little bit stupid and I have regrets, but I want it anyway and I'm happy I have it. But it's just a big temptation. Whoa, I just zoomed in really quickly.
Look at how close you are.
Oh dear. I picked up a paperback copy of House of Flame and Shadow because, to be fair, these large paperbacks are my favourite formats of books. We don't really have them in the UK. It's hardback and then it's straight to like a normal size paperback. So I wanted it because of that. Also, wait, there is no... That's it.
I thought you said that was your reading copy.
Yeah, it is going to be my reading copy now because I have it.
Get books from where you travel.
Oh yeah, I do get books from where I travel. Normally I get 1 book. Obviously this will be one I keep. I am obviously also going to end up with an excessive amount of these books when like the Fairy Loot and Illumicrate special editions that match come out. I'll have like 4 copies of this book. The problem is though, is that now I have it, I want to read it. And I don't want to make a spoiler vlog on the plane, so I'm not going to. But it is a massive temptation. Yesterday I was just carrying it around the airport and I pretty much read the first page now, line by line. I do think though that I'm going to read this literally as soon as I get home. Because I'm so close to finishing Splintered, it is really tempting to pick it up, but I do want to make a spoiler video and I just know that I won't do it on the plane, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Do you hear? I'm not.
I hear.
She hears me. I'm not. If I do, slap me.
I'll just snatch it and eat it down the plane.
No. So yeah, I am going to start this like literally as soon as I get home, but having it with me now is an issue because obviously like leaving it at home I can't read it. Now that it's here I can. Temptation. The temptation is real. Anyway, I'm gonna repack my hand luggage now that I've taken this out and get myself to the airport. Good morning guys. It is 8:30 a.m. on UK time right now and I am getting ready to go get coffee and a bagel. I am so hungry. Like if we were still in Thailand it would be 3:30 p.m. and while I managed to like fix the sleep element of it, like stomach wise I'm feeling like it's 3:30 p.m. I am hungry, but I got into London Heathrow at, I think we landed at like 7:30, but I got through security and stuff by just after 8 and we came back to the hotel. Curtis hadn't eaten, so we went out and got him some food. Then I caught up with the pals that I'm going to be hanging out with in London for the next couple of days and I pretty much just went to sleep. I'm going to be in London for a couple of days as well before this vlog ends. I'm seeing the 1975 tonight at the O2 and then I'm going home tomorrow. Like timing wise it worked out perfectly. Like thank you Matty Healy for arranging your tour around my trip. I appreciate it, King. I'm checking in with you guys because I finished Splintered yesterday pretty much as soon as I got on the flight. The ebook of it was 440 pages long, but it actually ended like just before page 400. The rest was like previews into later books in the series. I have not core-piled it. So if you guys don't know what core-piled is as well, I'll link it below. It's a rating system created by G over at Book Roast. So I haven't run it through, but like my gut feels like it's going to be a 2-star. I did actually enjoy it somewhat for the most part, especially in the beginning. Like it's definitely a product of its time, like no doubt about it. Very much like early or like 2010-ish vibes. Lots of like girl on girl hate, slut shaming, that kind of thing, like cheating within the relationship, but in a way where like the main character ends up being like a pick-me girl kind of vibe. But I definitely, like, knowing it was a product of its time, it's not like you can get offended because like I mean a lot of books were just like that then, especially like YA. I just realized I need dry shampoo so I cannot continue with doing my hair. When we got to the middle of it I wasn't enjoying it as much. I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning, like I love the vibes of Alice in Wonderland, but in reality it all just ends up being a little bit too whimsical, a little bit too all over the place and nonsensical for me, which is the nature of Alice in Wonderland, so it's not like I can be mad about it. But I do definitely think that it lost me throughout the middle to the end portion because of that and ended up as a 2-star as a result, and I probably am not going to be continuing on with this series. It was a nice easy read though, which which was perfect for like reading on a trip. After that, I read almost the entirety of Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. So I'm currently like 250 pages into this. I have 60 pages left, which I don't anticipate. I really wanted to finish it on the flight, but I slept for the last 3 hours instead. Actually, I love long haul flights, man, because I read like 300 pages, watched 3 episodes of The Traitors, 2 YouTube videos, and slept for 3 hours. Like, I think I need to do like a challenge vlog where I just do 12 hours with no technology and see like what I can fit into that, because apparently it's a lot. I have like 60 pages left that I think I'm probably going to end up finishing on the train tomorrow before I dive into House of Flame and Shadow the moment I get home. But this one is essentially a fairy tale, and it is about a girl who is the princess of a very small kingdom. Her eldest sister is married to a king and like, oh, a prince, sorry. And a month or so later, she is returned to her family, like her body's returned to her family because she's died. And so her next oldest sister goes to marry the king, and that sister like seems fine. Like, she is married, she has kids, and when she's actually about to give birth to her first child, her family are kind of like summoned to the castle, and she tells our main character like, you need to run so that you do not have to face the same fate that we have. And her sister's like confused about this, but she's actually been sent to a convent because she's not allowed to marry until there's an heir to the throne, so that her children aren't like a challenge for this other kingdom's throne. She kind of like doesn't really know what her sister meant by that until a few years later, where she ends up going back to the palace and like finds out that her sister is being abused by the prince, and she's essentially keeping herself pregnant because then he won't hurt her, and when she actually produces a male heir for the kingdom, like everything will calm down and he'll like stop paying as much attention to her. So everyone around the main character kind of accepts this and like not knows that it's going on, but like isn't surprised by it. And the main character is like absolutely not, like this is not happening. So she goes to a dust witch, who is somebody who can communicate with the dead, and says like, I need to kill this prince, like will you help me? So the dust witch gives her 3 impossible tasks, and if she completes those tasks, she'll give her a weapon that will allow her to kill the prince. Now this book actually doesn't focus on the 3 impossible tasks like I thought it would. Those are pretty much over by around the page 100 mark, and it is more about the journey to kill the prince kind of from that point, I would say, is the bulk of the story, and they have like some people join their cause along the way. So it's very fairy tale-esque in structure. There are some like kind of bizarre and eerie instances that happen that also remind me a lot of like fairy tales, and I am enjoying it. I definitely am. You guys know I love a story that I can sink my teeth into, like an epic sweeping storyline, and so this is like a 300-page standalone fairy tale. I'm definitely enjoying it for that, but I know that I'm not going to be swept away and blown away by this story because it doesn't have enough to grip me to that extent. That being said, I have breezed through it. I am enjoying it, and if you like I guess like a modern fairy tale, it's in the style of an old fairy tale, but obviously like it's not a retelling or anything, it's entirely new. So far I would definitely recommend that. I can just tell that this is going to be a book that I really liked in the moment, but because of the size of it and the amount of time spent in it, it's not going to be something that I feel like I'm thinking about for like months to come. So that is where I'm at with reading. I'm gonna go get a bagel. We are booked in at Dirty Bones for dinner tonight. I'm looking to pick up a Valentine's Day gift for Curtis, so I said to him, if there's anything you want like that we can get from London, let me know, I'll buy it. And then I'm seeing 1975, so I probably won't check in with you or read anything today, but I'm sure I will provide you guys with some b-roll of what I end up getting up to.
Somewhere, someone else, when you're around, you heal me, you feel me. Vaccines, top bag, cheap baristas, sitting stunned, communities and kitchens, writing about their ejaculations. See, I like my men, I like my coffee, full of soy milk and soda stream, but if that anybody wrong,
did get home from London yesterday, which means that it is about time that we wrapped up this vlog. So we will of course start with reading. On the train home from London, I did manage to finish Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. I really need to update my spreadsheet because I haven't compiled this either, but in my gut, this one definitely feels like a 3. I think that that is what it's going to come out as, and I enjoyed it. I really did. I liked T. Kingfisher's writing style. I liked the level of eeriness and also horror elements that we had in there, and I think that that really lent itself to the fairy tale-esque nature of this story. I think in terms of it being a fairy tale, it did a very good job at like following the pattern of like traditional fairy tales, the same kind of folklore and culture in there as well, with a really great like setting, really good atmosphere. For me though, I don't love just like standalone stories. I like something longer, something I can really get invested in, and so while I enjoyed it, I don't think that it is a story that I'm going to be thinking about often going forward. And in fact, like while I enjoyed my time reading it, even now I'm like, yeah, that was good, but I very much already moved on. I am really glad that I read it though, and I'm now almost up to date on my Patreon picks. I have one that I did want to read in this video, but I just didn't, and I have one that's a manga, which I'm going to get to pretty soon anyway. So since then, I have started House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, and I am 110 pages into this, so progress has been made. I am not going to be talking about this at all in a non-spoilery manner outside of my February wrap-up. The next vlog that you're going to see from me on my channel is going to be a spoiler-filled vlog for this book. Essentially, like, because I was so sensitive to spoilers, I'm extending that courtesy to everybody else, even in terms of like when I'm doing sprints, which I will be this weekend and reading this. Like, I'm not going to disclose where I'm up to or like how I'm feeling, and if you do want that non-spoilery information, that will solely be contained in the wrap-up until enough time has passed that I feel like, you know, I'm gonna mention it just casually, generally on my channel. I just think it's a shame, this culture that we currently live in, where everybody is trying to consume things as fast as possible so that they can be the person that screams about it to the world and is like the person credited for the information. I feel like people who read a little bit slower, who want to savor something, feel a lot of pressure to consume that as fast as possible. I really think it's a shame that I guess the bid for attention removes courtesy to other readers and makes people feel like they have to consume things as fast as possible and therefore rush it and maybe don't enjoy it as much. So that's my thoughts on that. But before I close out this vlog as well, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a haul of all of the things that I picked up in Thailand. I'm looking at it in front of me now and it does seem like a lot, but it actually isn't. Like, most of it is snacks and some of it is also like gifts for my dad. So from the street market, I picked up 2 packs of coconut cashew nuts. If y'all know me, you know I love nuts. And I know the euphemism is there. I still stand by it. I love nuts. I do. And one of my least favorite things about the UK is that we don't have a great variety of nuts. Like, it's all boring. It's all just like, here's this random assortment of nuts. And my favorite thing, I love coconut, but my favorite thing is chocolate colored nuts. Chocolate covered nuts. So I picked up these dark chocolate pecans, yeah, from the airport on my way back. Also from the airport, I picked up this bag of cashew and macadamia double honey nuts. Now these are portioned into servings for newborn children. Like, I don't know why the portions are so small, but because like if you look at this, it says 5 servings per container. There are more than 5 pouches in here, and it says a serving size is 2 pouches. So why not put these into serving sizes and not baby portions? I don't know, but I have had 2 packets of these and they are good. Things that are nut adjacent, I guess. I picked up these for my dad. He's a big chocolate fan and Thailand doesn't have a whole ton of chocolate. I do have Thai chocolate here though, actually. But I wanted to bring something back for him, and while we were like out and about, I wasn't really seeing anything. But at the airport, I did find these tuk-tuk chocolates, and I swear when I texted my dad and said that I'd been on a tuk-tuk, it was like it was the most exciting thing that I've ever said to him, which to be fair, it probably is. So I picked up these, and these have macadamia in them. More nuts for myself. I picked up these Bangkok cookies. These are like really chocolatey rice cakes. I haven't tried these ones, but I picked up these ones for my dad. These ones are cookies and cream flavored. They're very like soft, very chocolatey, like Rice Krispie cakes. And we did get a pack of these for us as well. So I have tried them. They're really nice. And I got these ones for me, which are almond and chocolate ones, because I'll say it again for those in the back, I love nuts. The last thing that I got from the airport was coconut crispy rolls because I love coconuts as well. Like my love of nuts also extends to coconuts. I'm really excited to try these actually. They look amazing because they have like it's like a curled wafer dipped in chocolate and also coconut flavored. So where can you go wrong? I picked up some chocolate from a chocolate store and I actually saw these around generally as well, but it is from Siamaya chocolate. We went to the actual shop in Chiang Mai and the flavors I picked up is coconut milk with Thai coconut because I love coconut, and also masala chai. I picked up a pack of this for Curtis as well. I got him the coffee crunch one because fun fact, I don't like coffee flavored things, but I do love coffee and he is kind of the reverse of that. And they were like 3 for 500 baht, I think. So this is like the off one that I picked up just to make up the 3. It's nice, but it's kind of weird because like it has a bit of a curry spice to it, which I don't typically associate with chocolate. Is that it for food? Maybe. Something actually kind of food adjacent. The wonderful Deb brought me some peppermint pinwheel Nespresso pods all the way from the US because in Patreon sprints, I don't know, like months ago, I was saying that I'd got these from Nespresso. And if I think I'm gonna love a limited edition flavor, like I buy a few boxes. So when they do pumpkin spice cake, I buy like 5 boxes. I got a couple of boxes of like the toffee nut one that they did this year, but I just picked up 1 box of peppermint pinwheel because I didn't expect to love it. Like I just wanted to try it. And this is actually one of my favorite Nespresso flavors that I've ever had. So Deb was actually placing an espresso order at that time and threw in a box of peppermint pinwheel for me because they were currently out of stock in the UK store, but they still had them in the US. So thank you very much to Deb for bringing this all the way from California for me. And then what else do I have? I actually, sad news guys, I got a bookmark from outside of the Ayutthaya. Is that right? Ayutthaya ruins. And I think I left it in the hotel in Chiang Mai. I'm actually really upset about it. It was a really nice wooden bookmark, but also I can't reach, help. Also from outside of there, I picked up this elephant keyring. I've had it hanging on my backpack. They had really big stuffed elephants that were in this style that I really liked, but I get too attached to stuffed animals and then they're like, obviously they collect dust, they get in the way, they take up a lot of space. So I got a keyring instead. It's really cute. I really like it and I love the like detail on this one. I actually have quite a lot of stuff here, I have realized. I feel like it's all like kind of small stuff though. And a lot of it is food. So from the organic farm that we went to, they gave us all a gift. They gave us these little drinking cups and also water bottle holders, which I did use this out and about while I was in Thailand as well. From one of the markets, I picked up this plate in the shape of a bear because y'all know I also love bears. And then my most, I guess, intentional purchase was from the Blue Elephant restaurant that we went to. And they had these little elephant ornaments, which I thought were very cute. They're like stone, but with navy on them as well. It does say Blue Elephant on the underside. But I was just gonna get one. They were individually priced, but I didn't feel like I could. I felt like I had to get 2. So they have different like paintings on them. This one looks more like a bird, whereas this one looks more like a splodge. They hook together like this. So I couldn't just get one, like literally, how could I? So aside from the bookmark that never made it, I think that's everything in terms of a haul. And all of this, plus me being in Thailand for 11 days, I spent less than £300. Like, it is wild, the conversion rate there. Like, I'm talking fresh fruit smoothies for 80 pence. It was insane. And I felt like I lived like a queen for the 10 days that I was there. As y'all know, when I do a Trovatrip, like I always talk about them in comparison to other Trovatrips. So if any of you guys are interested, like you kind of get a feel for them. Full disclosure, like I have mentioned it before, I do get compensated by Trovatrip to go on their trips, essentially to like cover my flights and my expenses. But my opinions of the trips themselves are my own. Like, I feel like you guys know I am pretty honest on this channel anyway, and I'm not going to lie to you about something for the sake of, I don't know, selling a spot on a trip. But I feel like this one was very good value for money because of how cheap it is to be in Thailand. So like I said, I got all of this and was in Thailand for 11 days and spent less than £300. I also picked up, did I? Yeah, I picked up the airport edition of this as well as buying myself like the occasional bit of food here and there. And I think that this one was also exceptionally good value for money because it was a food tour, which means that there was only, I think, like 1 dinner and 1 lunch that wasn't included, and like 2 lunches if you didn't take one of the like optional excursions. The flights were a little bit pricey. They were the most expensive flights that I bought for a Trovatrip, and like for ones coming up, they're the most expensive ones that I will buy, accounting for the ones in the future. But I think like in terms of everything that was included, it was really good. Like, and it was also a really good mix of things to do but also downtime. Like, we had a big activity in the morning, a few hours free in the afternoon, and then a big activity in the evening, which I feel really made for a good balance in the trip, because I love like city trips, you know, where you're on the go constantly, but I also really like it when you have a mix, because I've said this before, but like I sometimes get anxious when I'm on holiday because I feel like I have to be filling every moment with something. And that is why these group tours have been some of the best trips that I've ever taken in my life, because I feel like the itinerary is doing things and it's all accounted for you. Like, you don't have to worry about transport or how to get anywhere. You don't have to worry about language barriers. Everything is accounted for you. And as somebody with anxiety, that helps me so much. But also because there's so much going on, I can take those few hours in the afternoon to just chill by the pool and I don't feel guilty about it. I don't feel like I have to be thinking and planning about what I'm going to do next, because like I know it's taken care of. I have been on one of these trips before as like a guest, and I have hosted 2 at this point. And in my experience of that, the thing that really makes the trip is the guide and the group. And we were blessed with JJ during this trip, who was the most wonderful guide. He was great at his job, so helpful, so like on it with the logistics. He was great at suggesting places outside of the itinerary, like for coffee and juices and things like that. But he was also just such a wonderful soul, and I do hope that I get to see JJ again in the future, because he's just so fun and full of life and full of character, and he's just such a sweet and wonderful human. And then the group of people that we traveled with also really makes the trip for me. And something that was so great about the vibe of this group is that a bunch of these people were people that I guess would never hang out in real life. Like, there's differences in personalities, backgrounds, countries, and I feel like everyone came together so well for this trip. I feel like the atmosphere of the group was on point, and I really truly hope that I have the privilege of traveling with this group again, because I feel like we meshed so well. As I mentioned when I was leaving Chiang Mai, there is going to be potential for this group to come together again in future Trovatrips, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm actually going to kind of see what the plan is with that in the coming months. But overall, I just had like a truly wonderful time. I feel like this trip truly exceeded my expectations as well, because I went into it kind of not knowing much about Thailand, not knowing what to expect, and it's truly one of the safest, most beautiful, like cleanest countries that I have ever been to, and I would 100% visit Thailand again. A great time was had all around. I guess we're at the end of this vlog then. Thank you so much to everybody who came on this trip. Like, honestly, I had the best time getting to know everybody, and I think that y'all are amazing. I really do hope that we get to hang out again in the future. For any of you guys who are interested in Trovatrips, I currently have one coming up in October for Greece, which you can check out down in the description box. That one is also going to be a mix of like activities and relaxation, where I plan on reading a bunch on the beach and swimming in the sea, which is one of my favorite things. So if that sounds like a good time, then please go ahead and check that out. Aside from that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog if you've made it this far. If you have, please don't forget to like if you liked it and subscribe if you wanna, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.